Hydration is key. And when it comes to body water, here's why. It has inositol in it, which is good for your brain. It has niacinamide in it, which is excellent for your circulation. And just the water itself is excellent for your internal organs and your joints. It has 7 grams of carbs, which is excellent for your energy source while you're working out. And it has each and every B vitamin that you need to remain energetic. Body Aqua. Be bold, be brave, and be only daring to yourself.
You're live with Alvin After Dark, brought to you by BMW Freeport, located at 291 West Sunrise Highway in Freeport, New York. Please visit the service department located at 100 Cleveland Avenue in Freeport, New York. You can also visit myself at the showroom. Super Producer in LA, what's going on? Super Producer LA, how you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
You look good, you look good?
Yeah. Okay.
It's all about sports now, all about sports night. Friends of the show is BIG, Belize Independence Group. Also, Friends Support Diocese of Belize. Also, More Fire, DJ More Fire, what's going on to you?
More fire.
And we got some, listen, tonight's all about sports tonight. People keep telling me why I don't have a sports show, and my brother to my right and to my left keep saying, you got to have a sports show. So it's all about sports tonight, all about sports. So real quick, introduce yourself. To my right is?
My name's Tim from the Bronx.
And
JR from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Well, JR got some history to him. Tell me what else you do, JR.
I cover sports for a living.
Oh, that's it.
That's what I do. I have a show online called JR Sport Brief, and I contribute to SNY TV, the home of the Mets.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So listen, if you have any questions or comments tonight, please call in 516-945-9. I'm sorry, 516-945-9099.
Take your time. Take your time.
And it's right in front of me. And I don't know if I can't see it. All you can do is share. You just go to my.
I didn't.
Bong, done.
Done. Just go to my page and share it. You get live feed. So tonight we got a couple topics tonight. A few topics tonight, actually. We're going to talk about the New York Knicks and their horrendous season.
What else is new, though, right? Normal.
Come on, man. You just throw shots already?
Already. It's too
Well, listen, if the president, Phil Jackson, is going to throw shots at everybody, you know, I'm just falling in line. Telling the truth.
Okay. We're going to talk about, finally, Patrick Ewing has got a head coaching job, but not with the NBA.
Congratulations, Mr. Ewing. Finally.
You got a check.
But it's not with the NBA. And we'll get into this later, but I always thought that Mark Jackson would have been a better coach for New York Knicks.
For the Knicks?
You think so?
Nah, not for the Knicks.
I mean, he got cooked out, and they kind of had him set up the Warriors and then tossed him to the
That's
side.
true. That's
they put
definitely
Steve
true.
Kerr out there.
Exactly. We're going to talk about also the allegations with we'll just touch on it.
Allegations.
The allegations with Carmelo Anthony and
Melo, we're disappointed in you, brother.
Supposedly having relations with a dancer.
We find out in like 6 months, though, right?
We're going to find out in
How
6
that
months.
works.
We're going to talk about the playoffs and who's your favorite and our predictions and things like that this evening. So real quick, we're going to look who is watching us this evening. Matthew Dempsey, what's going on, brother? We see you. Or we see Erica Jordan, what's going on? How you feeling? So let's get straight into it. Let's get it out the way because tonight it's really not about relationship tonight. So we're going to get it out the way. Let's go to those pictures with Carmelo and Lala. So the happy couple has been a talk of a lot of women saying, what are you saying? Relationship goals? Well, how you like me now?
Hey, listen.
Listen, once again, you don't. I think that because he has not been doing so well on the court, off the court, he's had a lot of challenges in his personal life. What do you think about that, Julian?
I think the New York Knicks kind of did him dirty.
I think so, too.
I think that's the first part of the situation. You know, what goes on in that man's personal life, I have no idea. Ain't my business. I don't go home with him and or Lala. But
is it the New York Knicks organization or did Pat Riley do him dirty?
Oh, well, you talking about Phil. You mean Phil Jackson.
I mean Phil Jackson, yeah.
Oh, well, Phil Jackson has been like the biggest jerk of a president I've ever seen in any sport. Like, who sits there and says, "Hey, man, I think it's time for you to go somewhere else because we ain't been winning." They actually won before he got here, and then they tore the team up. So I mean, let's be real and honest there for a second.
Yet the New York Knicks was a much better team before Phil Jackson got there.
They had 54 wins when this guy arrived.
That's right.
Okay.
Now they have 51 losses and 31 wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they stink. And here's the other thing. You know, Phil Jackson, it's not like he's here for the long haul. He wants to set up a triangle offense and do all this stuff and then leave in 2 years. Whoever his successor is ain't going to run no triangle offense. It's bad.
Well, he figured that worked for him in L.A. and Chicago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, well,
Times have changed.
it was that type of basketball back then.
And you also got a younger, you have a younger, diverse player now who's looking at playing basketball totally different.
Porzingis even hates the guy. This is who you want to build your team around. And Porzingis is like, you know what?
And he was praising Porzingis.
Yeah, he's like, I'll trade Porzingis too. And Porzingis is like, why am I even here right now? I need to go back to Latvia, Spain. Like, why am I even here?
I see you, Ian. I see you. Taniqua, welcome.
And real quick, we have Melissa Moore watching again. Thank you for always tuning in. Definitely appreciate you. She's definitely Alvin After Dark watching. Solma, thank you for watching. That's my wife right there.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me?
Congratulations.
Okay.
Saul, what's going on, brother? Definitely see you. Ian Williams, what's going on? He says Melo cheated on Lala because he's done with what? Done with that bowl? Okay, we know what the bowl is. I had to think for a minute. So listen, right now we're talking about the New York Knicks and their do we think the New York Knicks have a chance within the next 5 years to even get a championship?
5 years. Oh my God. 5 years is so far out. 5
Let's say
years.
2.
5 years is best case.
Not
2
for a
years is
championship.
hell no.
I can see him in the playoffs with a new head coach,
Yeah,
but
that's
not a championship.
Anybody can go to the playoffs in like 5 years. Maybe the Knicks can go in 2 years, but they have so much. It feels like they're going to be restarting over regardless.
I think that's what they need too. And once again, I always felt, I told Tim this, I always felt that once again, I think that Mark Jackson would have been a great coach for the New York Knicks, especially this market. He's from the market. He was a New York Knicks player.
Right.
Also,
He can handle the pressure.
I think he can handle the pressure. Bless you, LA.
Yeah. It's like Phil Jackson wanted to blame everybody but himself.
There you go.
I mean, he hired a young coach with no experience who was out here. You want to talk about what Carmelo was allegedly doing. Here you got evidence of a guy bouncing East Coast to West Coast just to have rendezvous with a player's ex-wife. I mean, coach the team, bro.
You talking about
Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher.
Come on, man.
No, I agree. Definitely. Jason, what's going on, bro? We definitely see you. Londale said, depends on whether Phil Jackson, depends on whether Phil Waxon is there or not. Fred,
I like that.
Fred says Mark Jackson, who never won. Well, Fred, just let you know, it's
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say to tell Fran that the reason why the Warriors are in the position that they're in is because
he laid that foundation.
He laid the foundation
for
down.
those guys. He gave them so much confidence, and I remember even when he was still there, he was talking about how Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were the best backcourt in the NBA and the best shooting backcourt, and people were just like, in history, did this man really say that? And that's what the hell they went out there and did, and they won the title.
So how do you think he feels now commentating their games?
I think
I don't.
I think you accept the fact, but you have to look at it like, he sits there and goes, I hope put this together.
Yeah, he has to. He has to say
Human nature.
Let's take a look. Ian Williams says, "Stop, Dre." Senior says, "If Phil gets his retirement walking papers, we hopefully make the playoffs," which we just finished talking about. He said, Francis Kerr made changes. Whether he made changes or not, once again, Mark Jackson laid the foundation for the Warriors to be where they are, and no one has ever even given the credit.
And they got rid of Mark Jackson just because he wasn't vibing with the front office.
Exactly.
That's why they got rid of him.
Exactly.
If he was going to yes man up and down, he would have stayed. Would they have won a title? Well, nobody knows. But
True.
the fact is, for what he did, he was there before. He helped.
But then they win it the next season after that? When
Yes.
he left? Yeah.
Yeah, they put Steve Kerr in there, and you got a rookie head coach going there and win the title.
Yep.
Bombs away.
And then again, once again, I think that also basketball has changed so much because, if you look at how it used to be 10, 15 years ago, they can't even do anything anymore. They get called for everything.
I think it's a matter of all these sports are doing a good job, except for baseball. Maybe the NFL needs work, but the NBA has done a good job, I think, speeding it up.
Okay, good.
I think sometimes it's too much offense. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more discipline and structure in the NBA. I mean, we have some teams that pass the ball around, but I think all sports, if they want to stay relevant, got to speed it up. Like baseball drives me crazy now. These dudes step out the box. Like Nomar Garcia-Parra from like 15 years ago, you gotta step out the box.
Yeah, but that's changed a lot now. They're on the time themselves now.
But even the replays now, like it's like, yo, you
got 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes to challenge, 30 seconds to challenge, and 2 minutes to review. Something like that.
They standing there for 5 minutes trying to. Like a couple of nights ago, the Yankees played, and they were trying to figure out a home run. Some dude snatched it, and they still got it.
Oh, we all know that was a home run. Like, give it up.
If the ball is going over the fence, it's a home run. Like a child could have seen that. But
real quick, let's take a look. Saul says the Knicks will never win another chip. If they do lose Melo, they will. He also says get better. Fran says so does the Heat. Cavs. Ian. Kes goes back and says, but we'll play like the Clippers. The Clippers can only do much better. Nikki, hey Nikki, what's going on? We definitely see you. Is she back from vacation?
Nikki, yes, she is.
Cool. Hope you had a good vacation. And she's back. And she's watching this right now live. Kes also says back again, the Clippers are just for entertainment, not chip quality. What do you feel about that?
Who?
The Clippers.
Oh yeah, they've been that way for years. They
Which
ain't
is
winning
true.
nothing.
They go to the second round.
Duncan,
They get to the second round and always lose.
They always. I mean, the best success they had, I guess, would be 2 years ago. They beat the Spurs.
Yep.
In that great series, Chris Paul is throwing up like half-court three-pointers to win the game, but I think they've maxed out on what they got there.
Well, since we listen, once again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about sports tonight. We're talking about Carmelo Anthony, New York Knicks, and Tim is drinking his Body Aqua, strawberry.
It's good.
It is real good. It really is
very
good.
good, very good.
That's our sponsor, our corporate sponsor is Body Aqua. Check them out at getbodyaqua.com. Also, once again, talking about New York Knicks and some Knicks, history of Knicks.
Oh, boy.
Patrick Ewing has finally got himself a job.
Why you clap? I'm happy too, but I feel bad I'm not clapping. I'm happy.
It took 15 years for Patrick Ewing to actually get a head coaching job. But it's not with an NBA team. It's with Georgetown, which is his old alma mater.
Right.
So
I think he just got, how many coaches do we really see that's 7 feet tall? We don't see everybody. It's like it's
6'3", 6'5".
Yeah, it's like point guard stigma. It's like, you got to be Mark Jackson or Steve Kerr. You gotta be a guard now to be a smart guy. It's like baseball. They say that the best dudes is the catchers, because they understand everything that's going on.
They can see the whole field.
They can see the whole
So
field.
I think that Patrick Ewing's just his reputation of being surly in New York, and also, he's a big man and used to getting the ball down low in the paint. Or why he gonna coach now? These guys running up and down. I think that's partially why it took him so long.
Back on the thread, we're going to go back and forth on the thread. So as we're talking, we're going to be seeing what people are talking about on the Facebook thread. Once again, if you're watching live, thank you for watching live, and share our video on your page, please. Also, real quick, let's see. Nikki says, hey, Nikki, what's going on? Also, Ian says, only 3 teams matter in the NBA, Spurs, Warriors, and Cavs. The rest of the 29 teams are just for entertainment.
Well, he's a Cavs fan, so he's going to say that.
Is he a LeBron James fan or a Cavs fan?
LeBron James.
He's a LeBron James fan.
But nobody...
Gotta let them know the truth, brother. Sorry about that. They gotta know.
It's tough, though, because, those really are the 3 teams that have the best...
Which is true.
The best shot.
The best shot.
Everybody else is almost window dressing.
So who's your prediction for the NBA playoffs?
I would go with the Warriors because of their offense.
Okay, how about yours?
No, I can see the Spurs and the Cavs going at it.
That's what I'm thinking. The Spurs and Cavs. I think the Spurs are going to step up to the plate this year. They're going to get the Cavs. They're going to get the Warriors. They're going to play them. They're going to beat them. They're going to beat them in Game 4 or Game 5.
Whoa, that a sweep or one game for the
so.
Warriors?
I think so. I know.
That'd be crazy.
I know. Dre and Chris are going to love that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could put the points up with them guys, though. That's the only thing. I don't see nobody put.
Yeah, but look what the number 8 seed Miami Heat doing to the number 1 seed Boston Celtics.
The Celtics don't.
And there's 2 games.
Yeah,
they up 2-0.
They up 2.
Yeah, but the Celtics
going home now.
The Celtics ain't got no offense outside of Isaiah.
Okay.
You know, at least the Bulls have other dudes who can play and score. Dwayne Wade may have a moment. Jimmy Butler may have a moment. Rondo was killing it the other night. You know, they have guys that can have their moments.
That can score the ball, right?
The Celtics don't have that really outside of Isaiah. You know, Al Horford is jump shooting and whatever he's doing out there, but he ain't no reliable put up points.
Well, real quick on the Facebook thread, we have Ian says that the Cavs play the Spurs, the Cavs got no chance. Kelly Moore's watching. Hey, Kelly, what's going on? Happy birthday to you. Out of Atlanta, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so once again, if you're just tuned in, we're talking about the NBA playoffs. We're talking about Carmelo Anthony and his distractions off the court and on the court. I know we had a picture, another picture of Carmelo Anthony, didn't we? Him in distress.
Nah, Dre, I'm not wearing a med hat.
He's holding the ball.
Holding the ball in
Yankees
distress.
all day, brother.
You know? And once again, we're talking about Patrick Ewing finally getting a job as a head coach, but he's getting a job with a Georgetown, his old alma mater, which is a great look. Playoffs, and what are your predictions for the playoffs? If you want to call in, 516-945-9099. So tonight on Alvin After Dark, it's all about sports with my brother Timothy Lewis and my boy Julian Jackson from JR Sports Brief. I was going to say something else, and I totally forgot.
Was it still about Patrick? I mean, I don't know.
Well, we finished watching the New York Yankees games tonight. We was at Anti-Fire Pizza.
Right.
And they lost. I know Tim was...
Oh, wow. Well, they just came off an 8-game
winning streak. Can't beat that. Tied for first still, so we looking pretty good.
Okay.
No Gary Sanchez.
I know, Frank. Dre, you out there listening. I don't do med hat, brothers. New York Yankees, BX all day.
It's so strange because Timothy's a Knicks fan. He's also a Yankees fan, but he's an Eagles fan as far as it comes to NFL.
How did that work? Why
I
the
see
Giants,
you, Vic. I see you, Vic, out of Florida.
Why the Giants ain't in there? Why is it the Eagles? You was watching Jaws or something like that, or Randall Cunningham? What happened? Why? How does a fight song go?
Oh, you want me to sing it on here?
Does it go like fly, Eagles fly?
All the way to victory.
All right, let's
hit them low, hit them high.
I know you was out there, one of them folks that was hitting Santa Claus with the snowballs. You was out there.
Nah, I wasn't hitting Santa Claus snowballs, man.
Ian
Everybody
says,
knows the story about Santa Claus.
Ian says Knicks did Ewing dirty. He should have got that job as coach, at least assistant coach, years ago. And apparently the Knicks are doing all their old players dirty.
Listen, they had Herb Williams there just sitting at the end of the bench as a coach. You couldn't give a job to Patrick Ewing?
Yeah. Hey, Vic, what's going on? What's going on? He says Melo can't hold La, so he needs that ball. That's a low blow.
Low blow. That was a low blow. Well,
apparently so.
By choice, I guess. Well, we don't know that for sure.
Definitely. A friend, what's going on? Yeah, but the big dude on the Yanks is a problem.
Aaron Judge?
Yeah, that's the big guy.
Yeah.
Then you get, hey, Soma, what's going on? She says, yes, Bronx all day, stand up. Fran says, I guess this is Dre, says, fuck the Giants and Jets. They play in Jersey. Buffalo Bills is the real New York team.
Nobody care about Western New York.
I think the Bills have been relevant since
they went
the Juice Man.
They went to Super Bowl 4
only
times.
Simpson.
4 times. Jim Kelly and
It got whooped.
0-4 in the Super Bowl. Well, let me not talk about Super Bowl. My Eagles aren't.
Yeah. What's going on, brother McCray? Dante Dapper Don McCray is watching. What's going on, bro? He's on the square as well. What's going on? Odette Peters is watching out of Dallas, Texas. What's going on? So listen, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the New York Knicks, Carmelo Anthony and his problems off and on the court, and maybe because of his problems off the court, he's having so many problems on the court. We're talking about Patrick Ewing also finally getting a head coaching job with Georgetown. We're talking about the NBA playoffs and your predictions. And some, NFL and football, MLB, whatever you want to talk about. So about sports tonight. So you can chime in. Once again, you can call in 516-945-9099, and we're saying what's up to all the people on the Facebook thread. So if it's your first time tuning in to Alvin After Dark, we're here every single Tuesday, Facebook Live, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. And we got my boy Julian Jackson from JR Sports Brief, my brother right here to my right, Timothy Lewis, out of the Bronx, New York. I just got quiet. What's going on?
Nah, you was rolling,
Oh.
man. There's nothing to say.
know,
You
really
was on the
rolling.
roll.
My bad. Big shout out to my other co-hosts, Kimberly and Patrick being and me. I had the opportunity real quick to host a comedy event. We'll talk about that next week with Patrick being and me and Kim. But right now, it's all about sports now. All about sports. All about what do you right there? What's
You
going
see
on?
what Vic said about me?
No, what did he say? Oh.
He said I couldn't play football growing up. That's why I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I had some tape from back in the day, Vic, when we used to play in the projects all day. You know what I used to do?
I ain't play sports. You're live with Alvin after dark. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm high as fuck, sorry. My name is Jeffrey Jones. I'm from Long Island.
What's going on, Jeffrey Jones? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Sounds like you're under the weather.
No, I'm not under the weather. I'm just high as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Just high.
He just high.
Yeah.
So what's going on? It's all about you call Alvin after dark. We're all about talking about sports tonight. Talking about Patrick Ewing finally getting a head coaching job. We're talking about Carmelo Anthony and the playoffs. Anything you want? Any comments or concerns?
I just want to have a conversation, man. I'll talk to you later, all right? Have a good night, all of you.
All right.
All right, cheers.
See you.
All right. Peace.
That's what you watch the Knicks long enough, 82 games, and that's
did he
generally
say?
what happened.
I don't know what he said. I know he was high.
He just said he was high.
He just want to call in and say what's up. That's for the that's for the LA friends.
Quite possibly. But when you
Not
think
anymore.
but when you think about the New York sports scene, that's what it is right now. There's no teams in the playoffs. You just got the Mets and the Yankees left.
Yes, that is true. That's definitely true.
That's all that's there.
But it's
The Rangers is in the playoffs and they won tonight.
they won tonight 2-1. We was watching that earlier. They
Let's
won.
go Rangers.
You're a
I went
Rangers
to my
fan?
first Ranger game a couple of weeks ago.
How did you like it?
It was great.
You-
I loved it.
you-
Center ice. Well, I was up a little bit. I think it was section 118.
You had a good time.
I had a great time.
It's for the playoffs?
No, it was regular season.
My first Rangers game was last year in the playoffs. And it was just like, oh, okay, this is pretty fun. And then I saw Islanders playoff game too. And yeah, I don't think I go back in the regular season. I'd only do playoff hockey. I'll pass on that. You
No,
been-
it was my first game.
I've never
It
been
was-
to
it was
I've never been
great.
to a hockey game before, ever.
okay.
But I know that during playoff season it gets crazy. Oh, so Vic says, hey, you killing them, bro. You killing me, bro. Fran says, don't call again. Whoever that was.
Geno Smith.
Oh, Vic says, hey, St. John's hired Chris Mullins. True. St. John's did. How was St. John's doing anyway?
I think they did. I mean, I haven't kept up, but
Neither have I.
I think they haven't done too well. And they picked up Mitch Richmond. Tim and I were talking about.
Oh, yeah,
that.
we were talking about it in the car.
Mitch-
Called his buddy up.
Mitch Richmond left California to come coach with his friend in Queens.
Okay.
That check must be nice.
On the Facebook thread also, we got Michi Fig. She says, Melo does not play defense, really passes, or grabs boards. Let's keep it 100. You are not going to win that way in the league. He does not make players around him better. Vic says, the rivalry is back. Georgetown versus St. John's. Yes. Dante McCrae says, why the hell did the Giants pick up Geno Smith? I have no clue.
They needed a warm body.
Probably.
Just need a warm body.
Because they know Eli's on his way out.
Denise Hernandez
They
says, hey,
better
let's
pray
go,
to-
let's go. What's going on, Denise? I
Pray
see
to
it.
God that they don't need Eli.
Ian also said they picked up Geno because they need someone to tie Eli's shoes.
Oh. Now, Ian's a Cowboys fan, so he can talk a little bit right now.
Yo, Fred says Aaron Hernandez coming back to the NFL.
Hell
He
no.
still sentenced to life in jail.
No,
he got
no.
off, but he got
He
off
the murder
for
charge,
one, but he's still on for another
That's
the
what
murder.
I'm
gun
saying.
charge, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not doing he's doing like 5 to 10, I think it is.
You think Aaron Hernandez, he's going to do 5 to 10 years?
Yeah.
And then he's going to do what?
That's
He's
it.
going to be a plumber? Like, what's he going to come out and do? He ain't going to play for the Patriots.
Fran says not guilty to prove it innocent, right? Vic says Jets had a 2-for-1 sale.
Yeah, the Jets are just getting rid of
Jets
everybody.
getting rid of everybody. Hold on, who's coaching the Buffalo Bills anyway? Wasn't that
They got rid of Rex Ryan.
They got rid of Rex Ryan.
They put in Doug Marrone. Doug Maroney, is he the coach now?
No.
I believe Doug Maroney is the coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Well, going back to Aaron Hernandez, Odette says, no life with no parole on the first conviction.
I feel like Aaron Hernandez killed like 8 people at this point in time. I mean, you can't even keep up.
You can.
Like he just every photo I've seen of him in the past 2-3 years is just him sitting in a courtroom.
It's right. Every time he's a photo, it's him getting in the courtroom.
There's nothing else
Back
to
and
do.
forth the court. That's all it is.
He should have been hanging out with Tim Tebow in Florida. He wouldn't have to deal with none of this.
Exactly.
He'd be all right.
Would he be trying out for the Mets student?
Yeah, he probably would be.
He wouldn't be locked up.
Or the Yankees.
No, not the
Locked
Yankees.
up. There was somebody else on that Florida squad with him too. It was Tim Tebow, it was Aaron Hernandez, and it was somebody else. And I think at the same time, I think Al Horford and Joakim Noah were playing basketball too.
Yeah. Dante says, I think he got life for one and was acquitted on the other. I think so too. I read that today. Ian says, nah, Dre, he was found not guilty on one body. He's doing time for another body. Dre says, okay. And then says, I mean, he got life.
I mean, yeah, I think killing one person is.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, hey, for once again, you just tuned in. We're talking about also Patrick Ewing. If anyone feels it's a great idea that Patrick Ewing finally got a head coaching job, although it's with a college team rather than an NBA team, I think it's definitely a good look.
I think sometimes that's a better situation.
Yeah,
You know, coaching a league and coaching grown men, you first go round. These guys they don't always want to listen.
no,
You know,
No.
so I think you get to have a little bit more influence.
on a
You get to-
younger generation.
Yeah, he gets a chance to put his own imprint on something. I mean, I think it's a good situation.
So then we had a couple other pictures up there. What other picture we had up there? I think it was a playoff pictures, right? That one right there. So right now we're on the playoff season. So hey, for those of you who are watching or on the thread, it's all our playoff season. Let us know your predictions.
You can get who was that over there? DeMar DeRozan. You can get him the hell out the picture. I mean,
It was all about it's all about the playoffs. It's all about the playoffs. You know, once again, here's the New York Knicks. Hopefully, New York
that has
Knicks.
nothing to do with the play.
I
So
never
wait, didn't you say that was a good game? The Raptors and the Bucks?
Yeah, 106, 100. The Raptors won today.
I still can't believe the Raptors even in the playoffs.
That game was on NBA TV.
It was a good game though.
Nobody watched that game.
You watch NBA TV?
No,
You don't?
no.
Why not?
Nobody watches
I
that.
watch NBA TV.
No, to watch the Bucks and the Raptors, yeah.
Not in the
Yeah,
regular season, but if that was a regular season game, I'd be like, no.
Did you see what your boy said? Vic says, "Yo, Tim, now that Deshaun Jackson is playing for the Bucks, you can finally get a new football jersey."
Yo, I will be down there to watch them down there in that stadium when you at, though, brother.
You gonna go down to
Make
Raymond
sure
James?
you give me some tickets.
You gonna go to Raymond James to
Yeah, I'll
watch?
go down there.
Okay, with the pirate ship.
I think they play the Eagles this season. I gotta check. Matter of fact, let me check.
You can go hang out on the pirate ship.
Dre says no, he won't because he's playing for the Redskins. He also says fuck the Raptors. Erica Jordan says he was okay. Going back to was it Aaron Hernandez? He was convicted of killing Odin Lloyd. He got life without parole for that murder. Dre says complaining about that. Lance did when he did it all year. He said, "I got you, bro." Okay, let's take a look. Cole, you're live with Alvin After Dark. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Daddy.
Hey, what's going on? Dad? How you feeling?
Let me clarify the Aaron Hernandez thing. He got convicted life with no parole for the original crime, but they were trying to put 2 more on him, I think, in Florida,
Right.
and that's the one he was acquitted on.
So he still got one body.
But he still got a body, but he's still going to be in there for life, so don't make a difference.
He's gonna be in there for life.
And
Okay.
Tim,
Yes or
Eagles
that?
ain't doing shit this year.
Thanks or that. I bet they do better than the Giants.
That's a no.
Matter of fact, you
Cow-
stay tuned. We got a
Cowgirl
picture to show
fans.
you soon.
Cowgirl fans, last season was a gift. Y'all ain't getting a gift like that again neither. So
Eli got
let
2
y'all know
gifts.
now.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
What you say?
I said we'll see.
We will see. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Let me go back to work.
All right, thanks. Thanks for calling.
Good night.
I think Tim is watching. Tim is pulling up the stats, right? The stats for the what stats for who?
Well, I was trying to check some scores from the MLB.
Okay.
I wanted to see what the Mets did tonight. I got a lot of Met fans out there that was
They
talking
may
a
be-
lot of trash 4 games into the season, but now they on their little downslide. The phones are quiet.
I think they
Dre.
may be playing some more extra innings. I feel like they played like 30 innings of baseball in 2 days.
Oh, here's the final. Philadelphia Phillies
3,
6, Mets 2.
Oh wow! It was 2-2 late in the game. Somebody blew it at the end.
It went 10 innings.
Yeah, they went extras. They got blown out. Some reliever went out there and you didn't know what the hell he was doing with that ball.
Drake called Julian Little G from Silk and called me Bobby Valentino. He's also a Mets fan. Ian says, hey, don't worry about the Mets. Last time they got mad at Doc Gooden was skinny and had hair.
What is it? What about Dow Strawberry? What was he?
He was sober.
Well, yeah, around. I don't know about that. I don't
probably
know
was
about-
high.
Yeah, I don't know
Wait,
about
I
that.
can't let y'all beat up on them two guys too much because when they came to the Yankees, they were winners too. So.
I was gonna
They were.
throw Lawrence Taylor in there. I mean, that's the trifecta right there.
From the Giants?
Not from the Giants, but you start talking about sober and one guy having hair and being skinny and some guys that really did some damage in the 80s.
Yes, they did do damage. You know, that
All over the city.
yes, they did. And they destroyed the strip clubs in the 80s.
I think they may have destroyed some other things as well. You think they, I don't know if, well, Sue's probably did exist at that time.
Well, Sue's Rendezvous was open for 45 years.
So Lawrence Taylor was up at Sue's with Dow Strawberry and
Doc Gooden.
So listen,
the rest
it's
of
a
them.
possibility.
A place mostly frequented by a lot of sports athletes is Sue's Rendezvous.
Carmelo?
In
Sorry. My bad. Sorry. Sorry. My bad.
Hey, I'm going back to my plug-in for Sue's Rendezvous that's closed. So Sue's Rendezvous is now closing the doors after 45 to 47 years, and Julian is some
Really plugged that in.
Nah, it's
that's a place that athletes have visited for 45 years, and Julian is upset.
I'm just kind of
heartbroken.
shocked. Too many people have been getting stabbed up there and shot outside in Mount Vernon.
The strippers got bullet holes in their ass.
It's a sad day for Uptown.
Sad day for Mount Vernon, Uptown Bronx.
Well,
Uptown Bronx.
to say a sad day for Mount Vernon is I don't think not out of the ordinary.
Yo, Vic Diaz says Melo is at Sue's right now.
What? What, hiding out? I mean,
Hiding out from Lala.
There's nobody
He
in
said with
Sue's.
Lala.
There's nobody in Sue's.
Yo, Ian says don't worry about the Mets. Last time they mattered. Oh, he already read that. I'm sorry about that. Oh, so once again, hey, you're live with Alvin After Dark, and once again, we got some people who are tuned in right now. If this is your first time watching, we're live every single Tuesday, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. And tonight, we're all about sports tonight. So people ask me how come, talk about other things like my brother right here to my right, Timothy Lewis, and I got the pleasure of having Julian Jackson here, who has
JJ.
who has JR Sports Brief. And tell them where they can find you.
Online on YouTube, JR Sport Brief on SNY TV.
SNY TV, so I got the pleasure of hanging out with them. So we got about 25 minutes left. So if you want to call in, 516-945-9099. Also, just keep, talking to us on the Facebook, Facebook thread.
I have a question. Speaking of Melo and Lala and the women, and why is it, and Dre, I need you to answer this question too, Dre. Why is it that Jose Reyes' ex-girlfriend said he's not playing as well because he's not getting any more of this good?
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. And it showed today when he dropped that easy pop fly that should have been an out.
But why is he also has the Ultimate Warrior face paint going on there. Like, I think Jose Reyes is going through some things right now. Didn't she? I didn't hear about that, but I did hear that they said that he was living a double life. He had like 2 families.
Yeah, I read that on MSN.
One family's enough. I mean, 2 will drain you, man.
Well, they got money. That's what it is. This guy's got money.
What good is money if the life is getting sapped out of you? You know, the children and the wife and then
Right. No,
the mistress.
You're right. I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Hey, Vic says, he says, peace out, fellas. Gotta get up early in the morning. Nice podcast. Thanks, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely
Peace out,
appreciate
brother.
you.
Thanks,
Get
Vic.
some rest. Have a good night. Dre says, what team do you think would trade Melo? I think, you know what? I think personally, he should just go with LeBron James. I don't know if he can go there. I don't know if the money could afford.
They pay so much money already. They
they capped, right?
super luxury tax. That's why LeBron be pissed. It's like, how much more money you want this guy to spend?
Oh, Greg Ori says, JR, what do you think of Phil Jackson? What should they do better for the Knicks?
They should throw Phil Jackson into
Under
the
a bus.
Hudson. Well, did you see the photo of Phil Jackson riding the bus?
Yes.
There's a photo of Phil Jackson riding the bus. There's a photo of him sitting at the airport, and he just looks woe-begotten.
Yeah,
Like,
he does. He looks
like
out
the
of it.
world has passed him by, and it has.
It has. Well, how many rings does Phil Jackson have?
He has 11.
right?
He has 11 rings.
He has one as New York Knick.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, right.
We was
Yes.
playing with Clyde.
That's right.
But none of that does him any good in
It doesn't.
2017.
It does. You're right.
They should throw him out like they did Charles Oakley.
They should
They should, physically.
Physically pick him up,
and throw him out.
Make sure they drop him
hands
on the
and
way
feet.
out.
1, 2, 3.
Once the eighth is more dirty, right?
Yeah, throw him on 8. Throw him in a Hudson.
More eighth out.
Dre says Phil has 13 rings. I didn't know he had 13 rings. Odette says Bull Clippers for Melo. I think Clippers would be a bad look only because they don't make it after the second round, and
They like
just-
to run too much too, I think.
Carmelo just gotta go somewhere where they go, yo, we want you to score. Okay, just here, score. And he just goes, okay. That's the only situation. He can't be counted on as a primary option. None of that no more.
you think you could go back to the West Coast?
I don't see no reason why not.
How old? Carmelo is what, 36, 37?
No, not even. Carmelo is no older than, I would say, 32, 33.
He's that young?
He's about 32, 33.
How much more years he got? 3?
I think he can play a long time.
Okay.
He's been durable.
Okay.
And I think the way that the NBA plays now, he's not as physical as he used to be. He played a lot of bully ball. Now he's turned into more of a jump shooter. You know, he can still get you isolation on the baseline and still turn over you if he wants to, but he's turned into more of a jump shooter. So I think he can last. I mean, Vince Carter was a high flyer. He's 40 years old right now, still balling.
Odette says Phil is a good mental coach. Remember, he had superstars on his team.
He did.
He
And
did.
he was, Phil Jackson was smoking and giving them books and all
Yeah,
types of
Melo's
stuff.
32.
Yeah, but I think that with when Phil Jackson had those superstars, I think the league was a little bit different. One, the players were different. They had more drive. They had more eager. They had more determination. And
He had Michael Jordan.
Jordan. That's right. Yeah, Michael
I
Jordan.
mean, let's just, what more can we say there?
Oh yeah, wow. She's that almost old.
She's much older than him. That's why
So-
he had to go find
Oh,
somebody.
Lala,
Well, Lala's 37.
30. Oh, that's not much older.
Lala's
5 years
37.
older.
5 years? 37, 32. He's going to be, what is he? Is he 33? His
He's
birthday's
32.
around now.
He's 32, so she has him by 5 years. So remember, he is her junior. Because normally women date men who
Yeah,
are
May
older.
29.
Yeah, May 20. So he about to be 33.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that's that big a gap.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it's more of a lifestyle situation.
Well, they were saying that Lala just wants to be ordinary.
Oh, right.
I
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
When you in movies and
She wants an older man. That's what that means.
like Stella
Somebody
got
like
her
Yeah,
groove back.
Yeah, I'll take her.
Oh no, that's
I'm
younger.
available,
That's
Lala.
younger. Okay.
Saul,
Okay.
Kes Saul says the league has a whole bunch of soft players. I definitely agree with you. I think there
Everybody
was
want to rest.
there was a clip. Who was the clip? Was it Well, everyone does it now. Everyone does the fake. Oh my God.
Oh, the flop.
Flop, yeah.
The flop.
Like
and
soccer
they're
players out
finding these guys for that now.
Right.
Where they're not even touching them. Where they're literally almost an arm length away.
One of my favorite videos on Facebook. It was like 3 minutes of LeBron James. It's like his top 10 flops. And he was just flying all over the place. And the new one is where they just cocking their head back, looking for drawing offensive fouls. It's crazy out here.
Yeah. Alfred D'Antonio says, I'm an older man.
Lala wants you.
Lala wants you.
Lala is looking for you right now.
Dre says, I know she knows his ass is leaving New York. That's probably why.
Everybody does.
Hey, McGowan, what's going on? Just watching. Thanks for tuning in. Ian says, Tim, tell your man leave the king alone. Who's the king? LeBron?
LeBron
Yeah,
James.
he's getting on you about that. That's his man.
Flops.
He told you
LeBron James. LeBron James is a. Yeah,
He's a great player.
Great.
He's one of the greatest players ever.
He really is.
But he sure as hell loves to sell a foul when he can.
That's right. Trevor Roberts said the league doesn't have soft players. The refs are making the game soft. Can't breathe on a guy without picking up a foul and picking up text. Just
The referees
looking at
is
the refs.
The refs are soft too.
Tim Bazemore's watching. What's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Out of I think he's out in Atlanta right now. So what's going on, Tim? And so Kess agrees with Trevor Roberts. Yeah, I think it's both ways too. One, these players.
He disagrees.
He disagrees. Oh, I disagree. Oh, okay.
How about everybody's just soft? Because these referees is punks too. That's why I like what Fizdale said yesterday. Like Kawhi Leonard had 37 points on 19 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
The other team,
That's crazy.
The Grizzlies took 15 all by themselves.
That's crazy.
And
That is crazy.
He's like, I don't care what nobody says. I know that's Popovich over there. I know I'm the rookie coach, but that's bananas.
That's crazy.
And it's facts.
That is.
But that's partially how they want the game officiated. They want it flowing and rolling.
That's right. They want quick pace.
That's what it is. A fast pace, running gun.
It's a quick pace game. Once again, the league has definitely changed a lot. And I think once again, I think the New York market is such of a great market. Everyone wants to be in this market, and it's just so sad that an NBA New York team has not had a championship since 73?
73. They won 69, 70, 72, 73.
Crazy. It's crazy. Tim says, what's up, Tim?
Yo, what up, Tim?
The players are different breed, soft, too much NBA 2K. I agree. They punks too, of course, but now they don't play for love of the game. Like Saul says that they play for money. I definitely agree with you. Dre says Curry's the first MVP to get fouled out of a game in the finals. And Dre says trash. Dre says Phil Jackson era.
You Dre got a lot to say. Pick up the phone, man.
Exactly. Call us 516-945-9099. Saul says Jordan and Larry Bird would never smoke and joke with each other during the season or off season. Well, that's not true. Well, we all know that if you look at that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson had a relationship that most people never knew about until they saw that documentary.
Right.
As a matter of fact, going to documentaries, I was just watching the Allen Iverson documentary for the first time a couple months ago.
Showtime.
Yeah, it just came on Showtime,
Right.
and I didn't know that Allen Iverson was All American. And I didn't know that.
Oh, football, everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Allen Iverson went through what he went through. I didn't realize that he was
bowling
arrested.
alley incident.
The bowling
they
alley
tried
incident.
to keep him out the league.
They tried to keep him out the league.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because if you look at the league, how it was, they knocked Allen Iverson for dressing the way he dressed. Now you got brothers in the NBA now dressing like women, which is crazy.
Yeah, they was talking about his tats, his hair being
tattoos.
braided.
Allen Iverson helped bring in a new generation of NBA players.
Okay, I definitely agree with that.
I think when you think about what you had with, I think there's a few errors. When you go from what Dr. J was, and then you rolled into Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, and you rolled into Jordan, and I think that next level was like hip hop. This is what it is right
That's
now.
right. That's
You had Allen Iverson.
That's right.
And he had his run, and he really changed, I think, the perception of just athletes and sports and what they could be and couldn't be.
You're right.
And they tried to temper that because of money. The leagues did, but he really changed the game.
And he was 6'3", 6'5"?
Not even. Allen Iverson's like 6 flat. If that.
Okay, yeah.
6'1". Yeah, but that was like the Fab Five.
Yeah, they did what they did up at Michigan.
Yeah.
And he helps, and people hated them.
For that.
They hated them. These bald head young black kids.
Thugs. They was calling them thugs and bad image for the NBA and my alma mater and don't dress like this and
But look at this.
get them niggas out of here.
Look at this more than 20 years later.
Yeah.
Chris Webber on television, sitting up there with a suit and tie, calling games on TNT. Jalen Rose on ESPN, calling games on television.
Yeah. Trevor Roberts' AI is a culture icon. He allowed dudes to be
sure
themselves.
As hell is.
Definitely agree. Trey says 6'5", you funny, Al. I mean, listen, I'm only 5'7", so everybody's taller than me. Do you feel McGrady is a Hall of Famer? That's what the Dre wants to know.
Oh my God, that's such a tough one. Well, yes, he is. You know why? Because they put anybody in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
True.
That's flat facts. They put anybody in there, and it seems like they lean a whole hell of a lot more towards college coaches and players, and just because it encompasses just basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let Tracy McGrady be in there. If it was an NBA Hall of Fame, I would say no. A lot of his luster comes off of his great seasons that he had in Houston with Yao Ming, and he got some great international recognition. There was one point in time he was right there with Kobe, you know? So I say go ahead, put him in there, you know?
Yeah.
Their Hall of Fame basketball is kind of a little bit of a joke.
Whatever happened to Jeremy Lin? Who's he playing?
Jeremy Lin is always hurt on the Brooklyn Nets.
He's with the Nets.
It's like hamstring hurts, my calf hurts. He needs to just go be a hairstylist somewhere. That's all he's interested in.
Yeah, his hair's always different every time he comes out on the court.
Yeah, he had a Jimmy
He was a
Neutron.
one-hit wonder.
Yeah, he had that 1 month with the Knicks, and then even after that, when he was in the playoffs, he was hurt with the Knicks.
True. Kes Saul says, I believe everyone that is in there it should be there. I guarantee you that Howard want to be in their Hall of Fame. Howard would never be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he'll be in the Hall of Fame. He still has some years left.
Dwight Howard is not going to be in the yeah.
Can you imagine him in the Hall of Fame and Shaq sitting there looking at this guy go in?
Yeah, I don't think Dwight Howard would be in the Hall of Fame.
I think he'd get ripped to shreds.
He's just a big doofy guy.
He has unfulfilled his potential.
Yes. I definitely agree with you.
Dre got a good question. Who's MVP for this season or this year?
Oh, it's definitely going to Westbrook.
It is. I think so,
There's
too.
no doubt about
It's
it.
going to Westbrook.
Hands down.
You can say Harden deserves it, which he does. James Harden deserves. He had 29 points, 11.2 assists, and 8 rebounds. That is ridiculous. I mean, even LeBron deserves MVP if you want to talk about his
That's
numbers.
true.
LeBron averaged, I think, 27, 8 and 7 or 8 and 8. I mean, a lot of dudes put up ridiculous numbers. The offense in the NBA just exploded this year, but Westbrook went on some other level.
Ian says if McGrady is there, you better put Howard there.
Nah, that's correct. McGrady never made it out of the first round, but he's going to go into the Hall of Fame. I don't think he deserves to go. I don't think he should, but he will.
Ian says McGrady don't belong there at all. Tim says Howard is a bum, soft with no passion. Dre says Howard he definitely reached the finals.
He did.
McGrady never made it out of the first round. Harden set a record too. He definitely did. Kes Saul says exactly my point. So everyone in the Hall of Fame should be in the Hall of Fame. You can't say they just put anybody in there. I believe that everyone in the Hall of Fame had a major part in the NBA.
That's not true because it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Got you. See, good point.
There are folks in the Basketball Hall of Fame who have had nothing to do with the NBA.
That's right. Dre says first player to reach 2,000 points and assists. Ian says 25, 8, and 8. First player to ever do that in the 14th season.
LeBron is amazing. That's correct. He's at the point of his career where he's not winning any more MVPs. You could have given the MVP to Michael Jordan every single year that he played, but it doesn't boil down that way. Karl Malone got it 1 year. Charles Barkley got it 1 year. You reach a certain point where it's just like, yo, you go out and win an NBA title.
Got you.
That's what you getting.
Trevor Roberts says Russ averaging a triple-double, passing up the big O, and he's doing it with less on his team. He dragged them into the playoffs by himself, just about.
Yeah, he's playing with bums. Enes Kanter can't even play defense. They had to pull him out of the game the other day.
Yeah, so I saw the video clip of that.
Yeah.
So once again, if you're tuning in to Alvin After Dark, we got about 10 minutes left. Once again, we're live every single Tuesday night, and we normally discuss entertainment, fashion, health, and relationships. But tonight it's all about sports. So we're adding sports to the definitely segment. Got my brother right here to my right, Timothy Lewis, who's hanging out with us with the Yankee gear on, and my boy JR from JR Sports Brief on the Mets Network. That's who he is. He has his YouTube where he talks about sports. So he's hanging out with us. So listen, call if you want to call in. About 10 minutes left, 516-945-9099. I know, not the usual show, LA, right? LA is not even paying attention.
Not a sports fan over there?
He's a Yankee fan.
You know what? I'm a hockey fan. That's about it.
Rangers, Islanders.
Islanders. So right now, I don't care about.
Are you
nothing.
glad they?
That's why he's quiet over
He's
there.
definitely quiet, right?
Seems like they're gonna be swinging back to the island, Nassau Coliseum. You happy about that?
I don't know about that. They say Bettman said that's not a long-term option.
Oh, most definitely. It's small.
Yeah,
It's like
I
they
think there's only
downgraded
like 13,000
people.
seats. Yeah, so.
Can't make
Well,
money.
you don't get a big turnout with them anyway, do you?
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
You're live with Alvin After Dark. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? It's Dre, Jersey.
What's up, Dre from Jersey? What's your comment?
I like y'all advice, but I got a question about the NBA, the All-Star game. How you feel about just picking the best 5 players and not the positional players? You're cutting them short out of getting their All-Stars up, like as far as like Whiteside, starting center.
So make it an
How you feel
actual.
about that?
So you're saying make it an actual game rather than just having it.
Go back the old way.
Yeah, making it an actual
Shaquille
game
O'Neal,
rather than.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Who's the best power for small forwards? Scottie Pippen, let's say. Michael Jordan in the point guard.
Yeah. So
David
yeah.
Robinson, Karl Malone. How you feel about that? The new era now. Shouldn't it be the positional player? Why is Whiteside supposed to be the best center all year? But when it comes to All-Star, you got the dude from Milwaukee playing starting center.
Because they switched it up years ago, as you know, because the game kind of got weak with cats up front. You know, the thing is with All-Star games, it doesn't matter what you do. Ever, ever, ever. And it don't matter what sport it is. Somebody's always gonna be left out. And I think the NBA.
But you said, okay, I'm listening to that.
Nah, I don't think they'll go back to we gotta have a point guard here and a center here. I think they're gonna continue to keep it front court and back court cats because there's so much flexibility. I think it does shortchange guys like Whiteside. And Tim and I were talking about this. It's a dying breed situation. Dudes is playing inside and outside. And I think in the short term, cats like Whiteside and they just gonna pay for it.
And it's funny you said sports. They don't shortchange as far as baseball.
What, the baseball
All
All-Star?
You got 10. You got 10 All-Star outfielders. 3 got to make it. You don't see them putting like Ken Griffey at third base.
Well,
just
I'm
to fill in the All-Star votes.
not talking about positionally. I'm talking about just All-Star games flat period. There's always dudes who get shortchanged, whether they're being voted in by the media, whether they're being voted in by the fans or the coaches. Somebody always gets the short end of the stick. And, you know, you can talk about football. Football is terrible. It's the worst. There's no way for them to justify having an all-star game because you definitely can't have it during the season.
Yeah, you're right. Football, yeah, you're right.
Can't have it at that.
You're right.
And
That's another sport. That's right.
Somebody in all of these sports will always be left out, and there's no easy solution for these exhibition games or making them mean anything either.
Well, football, that's why they have the Pro
I was
Bowl,
gonna
which
say
is
that
normally in
because
Hawaii.
There's a lot of baseball players I didn't even know years before, but when they make the All-Star game, I started hearing their name. Then you follow them. All right, they're a good player.
Right, but
That's like the only sport to me that acknowledge your talent that year.
Yeah, but
You
then
may not make it all year, but that year. That's why it has a year 2011 NBA All-Star.
Right,
Just patting all the NBA players' careers.
my
Kobe
point
Bryant, 15 years.
is somebody
He
will
ain't played 2
always
years,
be
still
left
got an
out.
All-Star for them years.
Yeah, but my point is somebody will always be left out. It don't matter what league or team or sport it is.
And they give a player a chance. How you put somebody in that's hurt all year? Kobe Bryant got hurt the 3rd game of the year, but 2nd in All-Star votes.
Yeah.
That's why you have a year after the votes. Vote for them that year.
They tried to They tried to fix that by altering how they split the votes, but that still doesn't, to your point, fix the position.
Yeah, it doesn't work because they're still picking those people who are the most popular players. And unfortunately, that's just how the system's going to work. So it needs to work how it used to work, where the player who is the better athlete needs to be picked in those positions, versus to now you have nothing but a bunch of superstars running up and down the court, and this year's it's not. He's right. It's not competitive. This year's All-Star game was almost 200 points. Which it was like I didn't even watch the All-Star game this year. It was like 200. It was.
You're right.
It was ridiculous. Like all they doing is just going back and forth. They're not even competing.
A lot of them play just to see who can get the MVP too at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So a lot of them just do their own thing.
Yeah.
All right.
But Dre, what do you think about that? Dre,
think about what?
What do you think about that 3-on-3 that
Cube
got going on, or he's trying to get going?
Great idea, man. All the players that we can't see no more get to play. They're doing half court, right? That's what it is, right?
Yeah, it's half court.
All right. So they get a chance. And each team gets a chance to play basketball. We get to see the players that we can't see no more, that's so-called retired or blackballed from the NBA. So it's a good. I don't know about Charles Oakley, but Iverson and Billups and all the other favorites. It's a good look, though. I support it.
All right, cool.
When's that supposed to start?
I just say you did a good job, man.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you calling.
Next time, man. Enjoy your night, man.
You too.
All right.
That should get going in July.
Yeah, I think this coming year.
Got a game over at Barclays. Eight teams.
Real quick, let's take a look on the thread. JR, what do you think about Boston? What do you think about the Boston and Bulls series?
Oh,
Greg Ori asked about that.
That's cool. It's crazy what the Bulls are doing
That's
right now.
It's 2-0 right now, so I think
Celtics offense.
Yeah, I think,
got it.
Yeah, Celtics offense definitely will have it. Ian says if Melo goes to the Blazers, he still won't win. Melo's the best suited for the Celtics.
Yeah, he like I just said, Celtics ain't got no scoring really behind Isaiah, but is he gonna fit there with his contract?
Exactly,
like that?
I don't think so.
They have the Celtics have the Nets pick for the first round draft pick for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
are they gonna give that up for Carmelo? I don't think so.
Tim Bayshore says, Bazemore says closest thing Melo will get to a ring is getting married again. All right. Odette says y'all talk about these players being sold first. First thing, one and done.
Yes.
To me, is develop these players.
Yeah, it starts young.
2, everyone wants a quick championship. No one wants to build a team. Right. Your Bulls, your Lakers, your Celtics, even your Knicks with Ewing, Oakley, Mason, that was a built team. And that's what I said when I said, do you think in 5 years versus 2 years, do you think the New York Knicks will get a ring in 5 years to build a team? Tim Bazemore says the NBA All-Star game has been unattractive the last couple of years. Definitely has been. Saul says it just doesn't matter. Ian says got to stop letting these fans vote. Remember, Yao Ming had been retired and still led the All-Star voting in 1 year.
Bad feet.
Yeah.
You can't be 8 feet tall and have like size 11 feet. That
doesn't make sense.
That doesn't work.
Kevin Lee out of Chicago. What's going on, cuz? I see you. Chicago, the chick in the car can't go. That's how you spell Chicago.
Lord have mercy.
Dre says I picked up the Blazers clips for Oakland. Ian says Kobe Bryant ain't the greatest of all times. He says, you're out of line. He talking to Saul. He says, I don't care if Kobe got hurt. He's still an all-star. No, Kobe Bryant is definitely an all-star.
They tried to give him that I was there last year, and it was nice to see him out there just playing. It was an experience, and that's the part about being an exhibition.
Yeah.
It's like people wanted to see him, so they put him out there.
And he once again, speaking of great athletes, LeBron James folded in the lines with Michael Jordan, and so does Kobe Bryant. I think those are definitely. What do you think? I'm not a big LeBron James fan, but I think he's an exceptional athlete. I think
that guy makes no damn sense.
He's unbelievable.
He makes no sense. He is a freak of nature.
He is. I think he should have came to the Knicks. I think the Knicks would have had a championship with Melo.
Any team would have had a championship.
He's still not better than Jordan.
I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Jordan is the greatest of all time. Heard it from me, Ian.
Yes, Michael Jordan. Well, so was Dr. Dre. I'm not Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre with beats.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
He was a little bit different.
That's a Dr. Dre.
Go straight into the basket.
Julius.
Yes, he definitely was. So once again, you're live with Alvin After Dark, which is brought to you by BMW Freeport, located at 291 West Sunrise Highway. Also brought to you by Body Aqua, our official corporate sponsor, and Shanti's Hold, which is simply crafted for you by natural skincare products. And once again, we're live every single Tuesday, live 11 p.m. LA, you got anything for the people before we leave?
No, I'm good. I'm still
Why you didn't put up
I'm a
that
little
picture?
insulted about Tim's comment
sent it
about
to
the
him.
attendance.
What'd you say?
I says I'm a little insulted about Tim's comment about the attendance of the island.
Oh,
My bad, LA.
I thought we were cool, man.
No, we good people, man. I got you. Don't worry
No,
about
I'm
it.
just playing.
Tim, anything for the people before we leave?
Nah, not really.
Really?
Nah.
JR from JR Sports Brief, anything for the people before we leave?
I don't know. I hope Carmelo win a ring somewhere.
You get a new wedding ring.
Let's go Yankees.
Once again, listen, if you're tuned in to Alvin After Dark, we're here every single Tuesday at Facebook Live, where we discuss entertainment, fashion, health, and relationships. Now we'll be discussing sports every now and then with my two co-hosts, JR from JR Sports Brief, Julian Jackson, and Timothy Lewis, my bruh. Also, once again, if you are an entrepreneur and you want to market your product, this is where I give the entrepreneurs a platform to market their product. So big shout out to my boy, Being to Me, with the Being to Me hat gear. My boy, Rico out of FRK Life, Freak Life Apparel. Also, 357, my brother, Oscar Ortiz with 357 gear. So once again, before we get out of here, I want you to have a great night. Keep tuning into the NBA playoffs. Remember, the good Lord don't put you through that you can't handle. And before we leave, a word from our sponsor. Have a good night.
Good night.
Hydration is key. And when it comes to body water, here's why. It has inositol in it, which is good for your brain. Has niacinamide in it, which is excellent for your circulation. And just the water itself is excellent for your internal organs and your joints. It has 7 grams of carbs, which is excellent for your energy source while you're working out. And it has each and every B vitamin that you need to remain energetic. Body Aqua. Be bold, be brave, and be only daring to yourself.